Romance. So many people chase it and fantasize over it. Writers try to capture the intricacies of it, and the average person hopes to experience it at least once in their lifetime. The more important question though, can a computer be romantic? Hello everyone and welcome to INTJ Perspective, where I give my personal opinion on any number of different topics. INTJs are considered to be the emotionless computers of the human race, unfeeling and calculating as they go about their daily lives. But can an INTJ not be romantic? Or is it just that the software was never installed in the first place? Let's dive in and find out. The first and best place to start is with the cognitive function for feeling, which for an INTJ is FI. Now yes, FI is buried kind of deep in the function stack as it is third in there. But the important thing to remember is that FI relates to how an individual feels about a subject. So if love and a relationship are not something that an FI user wants to achieve in their life, then they're easily going to ignore it. Conversely though, if a relationship, if love is something that an FI user wants in their life, then it's game on. They are going to pursue it. But it's always going to be contingent upon their emotions towards it and their ethics towards that subject, towards the relationship. So if a relationship crosses that emotional or ethical boundary, then the relationship's ultimately just going to end. With that out of the way, let's backtrack up to the top of the cognitive function stack to NI. NI users follow patterns in their daily lives, in everything, and they project their future plans based on the patterns that emerge. NI users very rarely give immediate answers, and that's because NI is in the subconscious mind as opposed to the conscious mind. Oftentimes the answers that an NI user is looking for come when the conscious mind is able to relax. So in a relaxed setting, such as in the shower or in the bath, or while just spacing out, that is when answers and decisions truly come to an NI user, and oftentimes why they're not spontaneous. Romance for an NI user is something that absolutely must be planned. We do not do spontaneous events well, as we are always looking forward. We are always looking to plan what we are going to do next. Now, this does not immediately rule out romantic encounters of all shapes and sizes. However, the best thing for an NI user is to be able to plan that out, and it can then be satisfying for both parties. If an NI user is not allowed to plan out a romantic situation, then they have to have a learned skill set by which they can adapt to the situation. If there is no skill set and they're not allowed to have planned out a situation, then ultimately it's going to become very awkward, especially until the NI user can develop a plan in their own brain. So we've covered two of the cognitive functions of an INTJ. Now it's time to cover the one that links them both together, which is TE. Oh boy. TE focuses on making things more efficient. From scheduling to organizing, TE wants things to be efficiently run. If there's a problem that comes up, TE wants to fix it and make it work better. This can be both a good thing and a bad thing for romantic situations, as they can be both scheduled and unscheduled. Now, if TE sets their mind to it and schedules out a romantic situation, the results can be amazing. However, if a spontaneous event happens, a spontaneous romantic event, TE can kick in and unfortunately want to organize and structure it efficiently, thereby unfortunately killing the romantic feelings of the partner. Well, from all this, we already have an answer. INTJs can be romantic. However, it is something that has to be planned in advance, and something that an INTJ wants. Otherwise, the situation could very easily become awkward. Experienced INTJs will have learned skill sets that they can employ to help deal with these situations. But if an INTJ does not have learned skill sets to deal with these situations, then ultimately the romance is going to be dead. What's that? You're asking if I forgot about something? SE? Okay, we may just have one thing that can save an INTJ's romantic life. SE is the function that gives all INTJs the most trouble. It is responsible for being present in the moment and being aware of the world around us. It is responsible for being spontaneous and enjoying life. Now, because it's on the very bottom, it is the function that has to be worked on the most for all INTJs. But it's also the saving grace when it comes to an INTJ's romantic life. If an INTJ can move past their primary functions down to SE, they can be spontaneous. This is kind of limited based on the individual, but the more developed SE is, and the better an INTJ is at employing it, ultimately the better they can be in spontaneous romantic situations. So, can a computer be romantic? You bet. For INTJs, it takes a partner that is willing to work on planning and setting aside time for romance. For the INTJ specifically, it takes them learning specific skill sets for romantic encounters, as well as developing their SE to help with spontaneous situations that occur. By adapting their specific unique skills to their mate's desires, INTJs can be very romantic. But what do you think? Is romance dead for computers, or are you a romance machine? Let me know. Drop your comment in the comments section down below. While you're there, don't forget to like this video if you enjoyed it, subscribe to the channel if you're not already, and ring that bell to be notified whenever I drop a new video. But as always, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye!